What's up? What's cracking, Facebook? Man, it is Hump Day Wednesday. Drop where you watching from, man. Let me know where you're watching from. I really would like to know where we're reaching. It's been a while. It's been a crazy 72 hours for me, but hey, when you love what you do, hey, man, nothing's crazy about it. It's all love. It's all love. So let me know where you watching from when you step into the room. What's going on, Kim? What's happening, Pat? What's going on, bro? Let me know where you guys watching from, man. I'd like to know where everybody's watching from. I'm smiling big because, man, I'm breathing. I'm alive. What's happening, David? I haven't forgot about you, bro. I'm sending those tracks over to you, man. As soon as I get off of this live, I'm going to dig into that for you, bro. But yeah, man, we're going to get into it. Get out of the wishing well and just wish them well. We're going to get into it. I know you're probably wondering, what the hell is he talking about today? Let me get some likes. Let me get some loves when you come into the room. Even if you're watching the replay, let me get some likes and some loves and let me know where you are. Man, I'm doing lovely, Kim. I'm doing awesome. Share this with your teams. Share this with anyone you think this might benefit, that needs to get out of the wishing well, man, and do their own thing, man. We are going to get into it. I'm going to let this number jump just a little bit because my energy is just really, really popping tonight. So I'm going to get into it. I missed my Motivation Monday. I missed my Turn It Up Tuesday. But I'm right here in your face. And, man, you know what time it is. Hump Day Wednesday, man. We're going to crank it the way we always do. I hate to procrastinate or wait. I treat my replay the same way I treat my live. I just dive. So without further ado, I'm going to get right into it, man, and make this happen because this has to be heard. Get out of the wishing well and just wish them well, man. Don't be that person that always wishes that you were like someone else. Wishing that you were like someone else or that you were someone else, man. You can't wish that or wish that you had something that someone else has. For one thing, man, you're sitting back and you're doing this wishing, admiring this person, man. And the crazy thing about it is you don't know what that person went through to get what they have. You don't know what I went through to get to where I am today, to get this happiness, this feeling the way I am. Yeah, want to be happy, but you don't understand what I had to go through to get to this happiness where I am today. Man, I had to scratch. I had to fail. I had to go broke. I had to humble myself, man. I had to lose friends. I had to lose family members. I had to lose. You know. So for a lot of people that kick back and admire, they wouldn't want to endure this pain. Someone said something to me one time that really, really, really touched me and opened me up to some things. They said, someone else to walk a day in your shoes, they wouldn't live the next day. No matter who you are. I couldn't walk a day in DJ Soulflow's shoes. I wouldn't live till tomorrow. Because I wouldn't know how to function. I wouldn't know how to deal with Slow Flow's emotions. What's going on, Sarah? What's happening, Josh? Appreciate y'all for checking in. I wouldn't know how to deal with Josh's emotions if I was in Josh's shoes, man. His daily, what he goes through, how he deals with it. So you can't sit back and say you wish you had what somebody else had. You can't say you wish you had what somebody else had because you don't know what that person went through to get to where they are. You know, we're all shaped differently, man. We're all shaped differently and molded differently from the inside out. A lot of people think that it's from the outside in, but it's really from the inside out. To be truly molded into a real diamond, you have to be molded from the inside out. A lot of people spend a lot of their time with exterior validation to where they're steadily waiting on someone from the outside. What's going on, Bam? Waiting on people from the outside to actually give them that validation of who they are or who they're supposed to be. And that's not the way that this should go, man. It's not the way this should go. We're all made differently for a reason, for specific reasons. You feel me? So a lot of people waste that time, man, trying to crack that code on somebody else's vibration. Like, I see Gwenny and she's rocking it, knocking it out of the park. And I want everything she's got. I want to be just like Gwenny. And so I mold my life to be just like Gwenny's life. You know, I mold my life to be just like Kimberly's life. You know, and it's weird that people do this because you see yourself as not being good enough. So you're saying, check this out. So you're saying you're not good enough to be yourself, but you're good enough to be the person you admire. None of it makes sense when you break it all down, but let's just stay on the general area of this conversation. I don't want to dig you too deep. Like I said, we are all shaped and molded from the inside out. So that means that that character that you're hiding on the inside, that true person that you are that you're hiding on the inside, that character that you're hiding on the inside is going to come out one day. You can't keep that person bottled up. You can't keep that person locked down. It can't happen. It's going to come out one day. It's definitely coming out. So the longer, it's like the Wizard of Oz. I mean, Toto's going to go pull that curtain, right? And we're going to find out what's really going on with the Wiz, right? That's what happens, man, with us. When we try to hide that identity, man, it happens to the best of us. So you need to take your time and find out who you are. You know, to cut your own path. Don't try to be someone else's identity. Take someone else's identity. There can only be one. One of each. One of each. There is no race. So quit thinking that you're in a race to beat somebody out of something. If there's a race, then where is the finish line exactly? Where are you racing to? What are you planning to win? If the prize is death, I don't want to win it. You know, like when I receive death, I want to receive it. I want to receive that gift the way I'm supposed to receive it, not in a competition. Please believe me. I am not trying to compete with you to death. That's not how it's going down over this way. Let me get some likes. Let me get some loves, man. If you know somebody that's constantly trying to be like someone else, drop a 1 in the comments. Drop a 1 in the comments if you know someone who is constantly trying to be like someone else. You have yet to see that true person. You have yet to see them. They have always showed up and set their ego on the porch and drive the hell off and then come pick their ego back up and go home. If you know that person, drop a 1 in the comments, man. I want to see it because I know there's a lot more people like me because I've seen them. I've definitely seen them, man. Definitely seen them. They're around. Like I said, there is no finish line. So, man, instead of trying to be like the person you admire, instead of trying to be like the person you admire, why don't you try joining the person you admire? Let me tell you what that does for you when you join the person that you admire. It boosts your self-esteem. It confirms who you are. Wow. And it promotes growth by you going to join that person that you admire. Meaning joining forces with that person that you admire. Being in the music industry, let me tell you what I learned about actually going and joining forces with the people that you admire, or not even so much as having to go join forces with the people you admire. But a lot of celebrities that I met, a lot of celebrities that I got the opportunity to meet, I couldn't find out that they had worse things going on in their life than I did. I didn't want that. I'm going to find out what they had to do to get to where they are, where I thought I wanted to be, and I didn't want that. You know, I found out how much time they got to spend with their families, and I didn't want that. I couldn't find out I didn't want to do any of the stuff that they did. I love the music that I made, but that's the thing about music, that I have, that passion that I have, and that talent I have. I can always do it because it's for me. I have another purpose that I must follow, and that's what I'm doing. I had to go inside and find me. Just because I'm good with music, just because I can ride a beat properly, does not mean that's just what I'm supposed to be doing. Let me get some likes, let me get some loves, let me know that you're tracking, man. We working with a deep one today, but we will cover it. That's how we get down. So, like I said, working with the people you admire will boost that, man. So never try to be like someone else. You gotta love yourself so much, man. Love yourself so much that you want to come back as yourself reincarnated. You know, like I sit up all the time, like, man, I want to come back as me, man. I'm dope. Like, I'm a cool cat. Like, I would do it all over again. And some people are like, I like to believe that I chose to come here. I like to believe that. And people are like, why would you choose the bottom? It's like, why would you choose the top? You got two things happen. If you're at the top, you're going to lose. You're going to lose at some point. Now, you might not lose financially, but you're going to lose at some point. It might be your sanity, might be your friends, might be your family, you know, in a major way. But it happens. But when you start from the bottom, you have nothing to lose. I'd rather end on the top than end on the bottom. So I'll scratch from the bottom and be me and find out who I am and be me and come to the top. You know, if that's what I have to do, man. Think about you not being you and attempting to be someone else all the time. Think about that. Have you ever been a pickup game? Have you ever been a sporting event or any type of, you know, street sporting event or anything? It doesn't have to be street. Maybe in school, think back to school where they were picking teams and I mean, it never happened to me, but I mean, no, real talk. It has happened where they just didn't pick you for the team. Like, they didn't pick you for the team, or they picked you last or close to last. You know that feeling? Drop a 1 in the comments if that's happened to you, or you know what that looks like when that happens to someone. Drop a 1 in the comments for me, and let me get some likes and some loves, or let me know that you're still tracking. But drop a 1 in the comments if you have ever experienced that, or you know what that looks like for someone to get passed over, or be picked close to last, or be picked dead last. That feeling is an embarrassing feeling. That's what you're doing to yourself. We do this to ourselves every time that we choose to be like someone else. We put ourselves on a back burner, meaning we're saying you're not good enough. Every time you attempt to be like the one you admire, join the ones you admire. Don't try to be like the ones you admire. It's impossible. There can only be one. It's the reason why you're following one and not a group. There's one. And if there is a group, the group's following one. The group's following one. So like I said, you're basically telling yourself that you're not good enough. You sit on the bench. We can't handle it. And it goes back to what I was pointing to earlier. You're not good enough to be you, but you're good enough to be who you admire. Yeah, think about that, man. Think about that. A lot of the things that are going on, it might be the heart and the brain having a punch-out battle in your throat. And it's a hard situation. It's a hard situation, man. I understand, man. But hey, remember, this is not in one of those for you to beat yourself up and be like, oh man, that's me. I got that. I admire somebody syndrome. Like, no, it's cool to admire people because it brings you out and it opens your mind up. But it doesn't mean that you go and be like the ones you admire. It's cool to admire people. I admire Gwenny for, her journey, her stepping out on her journey the way she did. And I mean, she's off of all of her medications for fibromyalgia, and it's barely been a week. Or like my guy David, man. I mean, like the things that he's doing with spirituality and breaking things down for people to be able to understand it, man. And a lot of these people who are lost in the moon, and stars, and quasars and whatnot. But nah, just, I like to keep a little humor in mind, man, because there's nothing like smiling. Smiles massage the heart. So remember that. Whenever you're feeling down, smile. And if you have to cry, cry until you smile. Cry until you laugh. That's what you have to do, man. Now, speaking about holding your character inside and keeping it bottled up, same thing with your emotions. Same thing with that energy. Don't keep it bottled up. If you're sad, be as sad as you can be. If you're mad, be as mad somewhere safely. Somewhere safely. Go get a punching bag. If you got to max out on push-ups till you can't move anymore, whatever it is, exhaust yourself of whatever emotion it is. If you're happy, be extremely, extremely happy. I got a friend on here named Angelique. I hope she actually checks into this and comments so you guys can follow her. Man, I followed her one day and she did. Matter of fact, I think Lisa's on here. I was in Denver and me and Lisa were watching the live and we were like, this is going to be whack. She was talking about she was just going to start laughing. Like we weren't like it was going to be whack, but we kind of looked at it like we never heard of it. So she started doing this laughter yoga and we started laughing with her. And the way we started to feel was just so crazy. Like, I can't even describe it. Like, I don't know, Lisa, you might want to chime in on this one. But the way that laughter yoga made me feel, but it was energy because she let that emotion out to its entirety. She was pissed off that somebody cut her off in traffic. She pulled over to the side of the road, cut her live on, and invited people to come laugh with her. No reason at all. We had no reason to laugh, but we laughed and laughed and laughed. Why? Because she was upset. And all of that energy, man, it created a good day. Like, we had a wonderful day that day, So, man, remember, man, don't hide it. Quit. Hey, get out of the wishing well. And what I mean by that, quit being in the wishing well, wishing you was somebody else. Just go work with the person that you admire. In other words, wish them well. Don't be in the wishing well, wishing you can be like them, because all you're doing is backing yourself up for the day that you're going to make your debut, because I'm telling you, it's coming. You cannot keep it bottled up. The true you, the authentic you, will show up one day and crash your party. He will crash your party. Leave him on the bench too long and find out what happens. But hey, that's all I got for you, man. It's Hump Day Wednesday, and we are moving on through the week. It's getting closer and closer to the weekend. I'm back, baby. It's been a crazy 72 hours. My energy's back. I done shook a couple of haters off. I done dusted off a few shoes where I had to walk through tracks of mud, clean up a few things. But hey, we here. We are vibing and fully in control like we should be. So stay happy, healthy, and humble. And like I always say, and will continue, whole food nutrition is the way. Feed your body properly. 1.